Hello there. Welcome to this video where I'll walk you through my budget planner and tracker on Google Sheets. I designed this to make monthly budget planning and tracking simple, clear, and easy to manage, with everything you need in one place. I'm really excited to show you how it works, so let's dive right in. When you first open the sheet, you'll land on the budget dashboard, which brings your budget planning and reviewing together in one single tab. You'll start right at the top by choosing your preferred currency from a wide range of options. Then set the starting day of your budgeting month using the calendar pop-up. And if you have a starting balance carried over from the previous month, you can enter it here. But if not, feel free to leave it blank. Next, you'll move on to the income section where you can list out all your income sources, like paychecks, bonus, rental income, or side hustle. Next to each one, you'll enter the planned amount you expect for the month from each source. And once the money comes in, you'll enter the actual amount received right beside them. After that comes the bills section, where you'll add all your regular monthly payments like electricity, internet, rent, or even subscriptions and memberships. Next to each bill, you'll enter the due date. You can simply type the date as a number like 1 or 15, and the sheet will automatically adjust it for every month. Since you'll be using this planner every month, you only need to set those dates once. Then enter your planned amount for each bill. As for the actual amount you pay, that part updates automatically from the expense log, so there's no manual input required here. Next comes the variable expenses section, where you can list categories like groceries, dining out, personal care, clothing, or transportation. You can simply enter your planned spending for each category, and the actual amount spent for each will update automatically from the expense log. Then you can move on to the debt payment section where you'll list your debts, like credit cards, personal loans, or EMIs, along with the due dates and planned payment amount for each. Here too, the actual amounts get updated automatically from the expense log. And finally, you have the savings section where you'll list your saving funds, like emergency fund or vacation fund, along with the amount you plan to save and the actual amount you end up saving for each. That's all you need to enter on this tab. Everything else is fully automated. At the bottom of every section, income, bills, variable expenses, debts, and savings, the total planned and actual amounts are calculated for you automatically. You'll also find an automated cash flow section that gives you a quick view of your total budget, total outflow, total savings, and how much of your budget is still left unallocated or unused, for both the planned and actuals. And to help you make better budgeting decisions, you'll see a set of charts that break down your data visually, both while planning and reviewing your budget. The first chart is a planned versus actual comparison bar chart. It compares your planned and actual amounts for income, bills, variable expenses, debts, and savings. This makes it easy to see where you stayed within budget and where you went over. The second chart is an interactive pie chart. You can choose from a drop-down to view any specific area of your budget, like planned income, planned spending, planned savings, planned allocation, or the actuals for each. The chart will update to show a detailed breakdown of whichever part you pick, giving you a clear visual summary of that category. The third chart is a budget versus used comparison bar chart. This one helps at both planning and review stages. During planning, you can see your total budget versus planned allocation, so you know how much of your planned budget is already assigned. During review, you can switch to available versus used, to check how much money you actually had and how much of it you used. And one last note, if you'd like to customize the wording, you can easily rename any of the main sections. So if you prefer calling bills something like fixed expenses, or want to rename savings, feel free to adjust the labels to whatever fits your style. And that's your budget dashboard. A single, unified space to plan and review your budget with ease. From setting income and savings goals, to tracking actual spending and comparing it with your plan, and using the charts to see how your month is shaping up, it's all here. Now let's move on to the expense log, where you'll actually record your day-to-day spending and payments as they happen. This is the tab that keeps your budget up to date. So whenever money goes out, whether it's bills, groceries, debt payments, or any other expense, this is where you'll enter it. You can start by entering the date, then add a short description of the payment. Next, enter the amount, and then choose the specific subcategory from the drop-down, like electricity, rent, groceries, or dining out. Based on the subcategory you choose, the broader main category, whether it's a bill, variable expense, or debt, updates automatically in the gray column. This helps you stay organized without having to sort things manually. And if you'd like to add any notes for context, there's a space for that too. This layout is designed to keep things simple and avoid the kind of confusion that can happen when expenses are split across different tabs or systems. So instead of having to remember where to check something off or worry about logging the same expense twice, every time money leaves your account, you just log it here. Now let's move on to the Calendar tab, which gives you a clean visual overview of your upcoming payments. This tab is fully automated, so there's no need to enter anything here manually. It works based on the dates you already added in the budget dashboard. So once you've entered your bills and debt payments with their due dates, they'll appear here in the calendar view for the month you're budgeting. The current date is highlighted in green, so you always know where you are in the month at a glance. And when you actually make the payment and log it in the expense log, the calendar updates again. That payment will be struck through and grayed out, marking it as completed. It's a gentle way to stay on top of your payments, without having to rely on a separate app or mental checklist. There's also a completion chart for the month, showing how much of your planned payments have already been taken care of. You can choose between a Monday or Sunday week start, depending on what you prefer. And next to the calendar, you'll also see a breakdown of payment stats. How many are pending, how many are left for the month, and whether anything is overdue. And that's it for this walkthrough of the budget planner and tracker. This sheet was built with the aim of making monthly budgeting simpler and more organized. And if it does make things easier for you, I genuinely love to hear how it works out. If you're looking for a more detailed budgeting system with separate logs and trackers, there's another version in our store that's built for that too. Feel free to check it out. You'll find the link right below in the description. Thanks so much for watching and happy budgeting.